you know. So that's why this thing, when it says endure to the end, um, that he read in Matthew 24, the same shall be saved. A lot of Jason look at that and think that's easy. That's the easiest thing. Nah, that's not an easy. That's not an easy task, man. Why you think Paul said when it was time to come to an end, when he knew he was getting ready to die? Why did he say, "I have fought the good fight"? Why? Because he was fighting the whole damn time that he when he first got woken up by Yahushua. That's why. You fighting, man. So yeah, the thing, when you enduring,
6:12,
when you working out, to the Jakes who work out, and you hitting them push-ups or you squatting, running, whatever, and you getting that shortness of breath while you're running, you want to stop running and catch your breath, right? But the finish, you see the finish line.
Right.
So you got them Jakes who basically have no heart to endure and go ahead and by any means necessary pass the finish line. Them Jakes stop running. But then you got Jakes who actually they sincere with it. They sincere with what they do. So they gonna keep on running until they no matter how tired they are, they gonna keep going until they pass that finish line, man. And those are the type of spiritual, and in the spiritual aspect, that's the type of men that the Most High looking for. Men that's gonna pass that finish line by any means necessary, man. That's why the scriptures say, a just man falleth 7 times and get it back up, man.
Yep.
Why? Because by any means necessary, he's gonna endure to the end, man.
That's right.
He's gonna keep that love to the Most High.
Right.
So what he went off, he loves the Most High, and the Most High gonna love him back just based off of that, man. Cause he's a merciful power, man.
Yeah.
That's why I came in and I had to say we really in it because we truly love the Most High, man.
Yep.
You guys, you know America's gonna be destroyed. You know the martial law coming, and you niggas, you don't love the Most High. That's why you doing the things that you're doing. You ain't willing to endure to the end. You ain't willing to go out on the highways and the byways in 13-degree weather.
Sacrifice your life.
Yeah, you ain't really the sacrifice. You ain't really the good one, brother. You ain't willing to do that Romans 12. Make your body a living sacrifice.
Be that loser on this side.
Yeah, you ain't willing to be no loser. You ain't willing to be nothing. You rather sit, instead of go to the highways, you rather just every Monday do a radio show, you know? And talk shit and play Whitney Houston music. You know? It's ridiculous, man. We could be out here trying to make a career in a damn boat up on this reservoir like Esau at right now. He's in a boat fishing, having him a little great time, man. But nah, we'd rather focus on doing this work, man.
Yep.
By any means necessary. Brothers, drill that into your head, man. By any means necessary, endure to the end.
Yeah, I got this word that goes right into what the brother's saying. It's a certain trait, it's a certain element that you have to have in this truth, and it's called tenacity or tenacious, and it's something that athletes have to finish the course. And it says, not easily pulled apart, tending to adhere to cling, especially to another substance, persistent in maintaining, adhering to, or seeking something value or desire.
Yep.
It says not easy to pull apart. So basically, that goes into being a man of integrity, because and proving your endurance, because basically it's you be improved. You be improved, and basically to seeing if you're gonna adhere to what you're supposed to do, or are you gonna be persuaded to stop, man, because you get tired, the flesh get weak, you know.
Yeah, because it comes from the Latin tenax, meaning tending to hold fast. And this is what it says in 1 Timothy 6:12. If I get it real quick.
Go ahead, bro.
Fight the good fight of faith. Lay hold on eternal life,
Yeah, that's holding fast right there, man.
There you go. So
You know.
Yeah, tenacity.
tenacity.
You know, and you've been in the uh, military boot camp. When y'all was doing the push-ups, have you ever seen guys that just fall apart after that? Like they
Yeah,
can't
yeah, yeah. Some of them couldn't even, do it.
You know, they even though they actually had it in them to do it, they didn't want to go through it. You, y'all brothers, you played sports, you worked out. What have? Wait, you've been in the weightlifting. I played football. You seen these cats, man? They fall apart when the hell just started. Man, I ain't running no more, bro. Like and all that, they just start crying, running up the hill. Yep, it's why? Because it ain't then if you had coaches, I know Dave said this in your military boot camp. You would have a back when you was before you came into the truth. Yeah, back before he came to the truth, had to say that. They probably think you in the military boot camp
Right,
now,
right.
man. But anyway, they'll tell you when somebody walk off, hey, this ain't for everybody. They'll tell you that this ain't for everybody.
Cause
So
go ahead.
they was like, you got to be built for this. They'll say things like that. Why? You got to be built for this. This ain't for everybody.
Exactly.
So guess what? In this truth, you got to be built for this. This ain't for everybody.
You gotta have certain qualities in you before you come into this thing.
Yeah.
And like the brothers getting into another thing, football, military, they all have one thing in common. They both have one thing in common. It's a sifting process. They're not trying to find the best. They're really trying to find the weakest they're going to get rid of. That's what this truth about. That's why I said for many are called but few are chosen. The truth is about sifting out the fat of Israel, man.
Yeah.
So you got to, like I said, be sure to be diligent to make your call and election sure.
Right. Matter of fact, they got this Chevy commercial. I think like at the end of it, it says "built to last." So that's basically how you got to be in this truth, man. You got to be built to last, and that's what endurance makes you. You know, because it's making you tough. It's making you hard.
Dura, which means to make tough, and in the medieval Latin, it means to harden thy heart against. So that goes back in the Sirach 2, which I had it on deck, but it set thy heart aright and constantly endure.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the nature of enduring. It's to constantly adjust to the situation you're in, man.
And we're not saying once you first come into the truth, you're gonna automatically be built to last.
Right.
No,
Experience.
You have to. Builds you up.
Yeah.
Like the brother said, you do have to have certain qualities in you. Well, the Most High seen the qualities in you. That's why He picked you out. That's why you was one of the eclectic. Like Elder Tahar always say, you was one of the elect. But, you know, like I said, it ain't for everybody, man. Everybody ain't gonna just love this truth. Everybody ain't gonna get excited when they hear this word coming out, man. They can say what they want. If the Most High ain't pick them, then the Most High ain't pick them, man.
Right.
It's a done deal, man. Like back with the sports, you'll have some coaches, especially with football, they don't have tryouts. They just say whoever want to join. Then what do? They run the shit out of everybody. Push-ups. Then guess what? All them weak links. Ah man, this wasn't what I was expecting to just catch the ball and hit and tackle somebody. Nah, they push you through the hell, man. And all them little weak links, they ran off. And the people who actually wanted it, those are the ones that stayed, man.
Right, cause you gotta want this thing, man. This ain't something, like you just doing it. This truth is not a hobby. You gotta wanna do this. And matter of fact, Brother Red, you gotta fight the good fight of faith. So you gotta fight. You gotta fight to keep that same feeling when you first came in, man. Now, cause this truth is about passion, man. And the word passion, it means to suffer. So you gotta bleed in this thing, man. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Hey, some of us, hey, we gonna be in the camp probably, man. But hey, whatever your test is, but I'm speaking metaphorically. You gotta bleed in this thing, man. That means you gotta put in the work. You gotta be diligent. You know, you pretty much really gotta give it all you got, man. That's why the Lord said, if you don't bear your cross and come after him, you can't be a disciple, man. Because you gotta endure, man.
You gotta be ready to kill somebody if they trying to take this word away from you, man.
Yeah.
Just to be on the extreme level. You gotta be on that extreme level. I'm willing to take you out if you try to take this away from me. You know?
Yeah.
That's the level you gotta be on. I can't tell you how many guys, when I first came into the truth, man, when the black woman topic got brought up, or the prostitute topic got brought up, how many Jakes just fell out, man, because they started catching hell with their woman. They started catching hell with society, or the cops started rolling up on them and the Jakes fell off. Then it hit the rape topic. Oh
yeah.
Every woman in their family hated them. Their mama hated them. Everybody hated them. The next thing you know, guys that was once with us, they started coming on camera saying things like, I remember a guy said this. He was like, well, I know y'all reading it, but what if that was your sister or something?
Man, fuck my sister, man.
What if that was what if that was your daughter, you know? So he basically acknowledged, this is in the scriptures, y'all are right, but what if this was
He's sensitive,
you see,
right?
your
Yeah,
emotions? You wasn't, what you saying?
That's why Yahushua made that statement. Whoever love me more, whoever love their mother, father, sister, or children more than me is not worthy to be my disciple.
Yeah.
Right, and the thing is, we're not saying go rape anybody. We're just letting you know the truth according to the scripture.
We're not even saying go and grab a prostitute, man.
Yep.
Right.
We're saying that there's no law against it.
Yep.
Right.
But you know what, guys? They get shook up. We just read about the stumbling blocks. It's a stumbling block to you, man.
Why? It's a lot.
Now your table is being made. The truth is made like a trap to you. You're getting trapped up, and you basically you just can't get it. You know. You had something? I was like
Integrity.
Get that
That's
stomach
the
back
key.
first,
Hey, to that it goes back to tenacity, brother.
Yeah.
They were easily pulled apart.
Yeah.
They couldn't see that scripture and just still just be like, well, hey, that's the scriptures. It is what it is.
The emotion kicked in.
Nah, they didn't have tenacity. They didn't have integrity.
Yeah.
They was easily just ripped apart, man.
They lost their composure.
Guess why? Because they could not endure to the end, and in order to endure to the end, you have to lay hold, which goes back to tenacity.
It's
man.
like those marathon runners. They want to keep fighting. They want to keep running, but you'll see them on live television. Their body start breaking down right before they hit the ribbon, man. They couldn't keep it together, man.
right, and it's happening in your mind, man. Can you give me a scripture you had?
This is John chapter 6, verse 60 and 61. Many therefore of his disciples, when they heard this, said, this is a hard saying, who can hear it? When Yahushua knew in himself that his disciples murmured at it, he said unto them, do this offend you?
Right, and that's why the Lord said, blessed is he that is not offended in me. Because basically, you gotta, in this truth, you can't have emotions, man. Emotions, that shit, that's out the door, man. Like, this truth, it's about being logical, man. It's about using your reason rather than, what's that word? Intuition. Or your
emotion.
Yeah, that natural man. That natural man is gone, man.
Because as soon as that emotion arouses, your logic dissolves. It's like they can't sit. You can't have them both. As soon as this comes up, that goes down. That's why when a man falls in love, you ever see Jake when they fall in love with like a woman, they do like the most irrational things, like they get out of character. Why? Because the emotion, it obscured the logic and reason. Yeah. Same thing with this truth. Your emotion blinded the actual law of the scriptures. That's why although the brother showed him in the scriptures and the guy was like, I see it in the scriptures, but what if that was your sister? His emotion just blew everything out of proportion.
Yeah. And notice how Yahushua asked that question. He was acting like something wrong with you. You know what I'm saying? He's like, you offended? Like, really?
Yeah.
Something wrong with you, man.
Yeah, but you know what? The bottom line, man, is that it's not for everybody. Yep. That's just really what it is.
Yep.
Can you give me 2nd Ezra 7 and